going on, Vapors? This is NG Spots coming back to you with the review. Long overdue, I know. But this is the iclear 30. Crazy overkill packaging. And what it is, it's a tank system. And it has 16 wicks in here. Crazy amount. It's made out of stainless steel and it's got a plastic tank. Holds about 3 mils of juice, and it comes with this drip tip. And see, it's a knurled drip tip, so you can hold it. You can make it hold it comfortably. And I've had this for about 2 weeks now. It's been working pretty good. Actually, really good. I actually purchased a Pro Tank, Kangar Pro Tank, and this one beats it by far. So it's rated at 1.8 ohms, and it works pretty good. I'll rock it on my eye taste here. Give you guys a little demonstration. Rocking it at about, it's backwards, 4 volts. So give it a little toot. And I've been wanting to do this review because it's actually time for cleaning. It hasn't been getting the flavor that I'm used to. So I wanted to do a little tutorial on the cleaning aspect of it. So what we're going to end up doing is removing all these parts on the inside and doing a clean and then a dry burn and refilling it. We're going to see if it affects the performance and the flavor of it, because I've been using this juice on it, Villain Vapors, Doc Holiday. It's pretty bomb. And I think it's been leaving some residue on the coils, so it's due for a cleaning. So I'll come right back to you with that. Okay, so first thing what we're going to do is we're going to disassemble the iclear 30. We're going to want to take off the mouthpiece. And then we're going to take off the top portion. And from here, I like to rinse it inside, get all that e-juice out, so we'll go here. Give it a couple shakes, get all that e-liquid out of there. Then we're going to remove the tank portion. Just unscrews right off there. Give that a good rinse off. Let that sit. And then we'll take off the silicone cap. And then from here you can leave it on or you can take it off. But you can also unscrew the head. Then you're left with this bottom portion and then the wicks. So rinse off the bottom portion. Let that sit. And then we got the wicks. Make sure when you're rinsing off the wicks, you rinse them out till you get all that e-liquid out of there, till it's kind of like a, you can tell it'll be kind of white. So we'll rinse that off. Give it a good shake. And then we're going to want to dry off these wicks. So let me grab another paper towel. Then you're just going to want to dry off the wicks as much as you can. Alright. Set that to the side, and then we're going to dry off our bottom portion here, because we're going to reattach it and do a dry burn. Alright, so get your mod. or your battery, anything that you want. You're going to reattach your head. Let me get some more light over here so you can see. Alright, so you can kind of see, I don't know if you can, the coil head is, you can't really see it, but it's pretty dark in there. It's due for a cleaning. So you're going to screw just this portion back on your mod, and you're going to want to put the voltage down below, because without any e-liquid you can pop your coil. So I'm going to put mine back down probably to about 3.7, because if some of you don't have a variable voltage, you're going to want to leave it at 4.7. And you're just going to want to do a dry burn. And keep an eye on the coil. And kind of give it a break in between so you don't get it too hot. But you're going to want to dry burn this thing until the coil starts glowing red. Getting nice and red. You guys can see that. Remember to take breaks. Don't leave it on hot for too long or else you will bust that coil. What you'll start to notice happening is that the coil is going to start getting ash on it. All that residue is turning to ash, and that's what we don't want. We don't want any of that residue. I think that's pretty good. We got those coils turn white. There's a lot of ash on there, so we need to get rid of that ash. So what we're going to do is remove the coil head. And we're going to rinse it again and get off all that ash residue on there. So give it a good shake. And again, we're going to want to dry off those wicks again as best as we can. Alright, once you got those dried, you're going to put it back on the bottom piece. And you're going to want to dry burn it again. Not as much as you did the last time, but just enough to get these wicks dry, because you can only get them so dry with the paper towel. So I'm going to dry burn it again, just to the point where that coil starts getting red again. Alright, now we are ready to reassemble. So make sure you dry off all your other parts, get all that water out of there. Actually forgot to rinse this little guy off. And dry out the inside of your tank. Outside, whoop. And we'll start putting it back together. So you're going to want to put these coils back into the bottom of the head, because when you screw back on your tank, they might get caught in there. So Anyway, screw that back on. And let's fill her up with some e-liquid. Alright, so we got our nice new clean iclear 30. I forgot to put that silicone cap back on. Make sure when you put it on, the slots go above the top wicks here. So I'm going to take off the tank so you can see what I'm talking about. Just want to sit this guy right on top like so. Put your tank back on. God, I think I had too much coffee today. My hands are all. Alright. Get your e-liquid. Give it a good shake. Good rule of thumb to shake up your e-liquid. And we're going to fill her up. Alright. Going to put back on your top piece. And your mouthpiece. And we're going to let that sit for a little bit. Be right back. Alright, so we're back. Just let it sit for about 5 minutes. You can tell that it's wicked up. The wicks are starting to get a little translucent. And when you first get it, you might have some not so good hits. There might be some water left in there, but don't worry about it. Just keep working at it. And then you can put your voltage back up. I like to put mine at about 4 volts. So we'll give it a toot now and see how it goes. Flavor is back. Vapor production is back, and this is good if you want to, keep the life of your coil head without having to purchase more. You can still breathe life back into them. Kind of my overall, thoughts on this tank. I'm loving it. I used to be a fan of the Stardust when they first come out. I've been in this game since 2009, and I've been through a lot of different tanks and cartridges, but this iclear 30 is really doing a good job for me. Haven't really had a lot of wicking issues until you start getting maybe down to about the 1 mil mark. Then you have to start doing some tilting and everything like that. And the dual coils in here, they have 2 coils, one on top of each other, and so it makes for a lot of vapor reduction than the single coil. I have had a Pro tank. I said earlier, I've had a lot of issues with that one. I've heard a lot of people doing really good with it. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I did remove one of the wicks. I do get a lot of flavor from that Pro tank, but I was having a lot of gurgling issues. I even tried, when I leave it with the normal wick in the Pro tank, I was getting dry hits. So it was kind of hard trying to find that medium in there. But with this iclear 30, it's been working really well. I can chain vape it constantly without having to get those dry hits. It's been working very well. I do go through juice like a mother. I mean, I've this juice bottle, this is like 1 week's worth, and this is a 30 ml bottle, so it's like, damn. But anyway, it's been working real good for me. If you guys have any questions, if I left anything out, please leave a comment below. Subscribe. I'm going to try to do more videos. I haven't been very consistent, but I'll do my best. So anyway, vape on, and I'll see you guys later.